Do you know how to start progressing as you're building your brand online with social media? If not, I'm going to share with you one of the simplest ways to do it, and it's almost shockingly that most people don't do it. Hey, Jason here, and if you've been watching the channel, you've been seeing me go through Joburg, showing you how beautiful it is. Actually, once I finish filming this, I'm going to go out to City Perk Cafe and have breakfast. And most importantly, you've been seeing me talk about success, what it is, how to get it in the three areas of life that I focus on: happiness, health, and wealth. And so today I just want to talk to you about how do you start upgrading or improving yourself as building your brand on social media. Because here's the thing, and one of the things that most of us don't talk about and most gurus don't talk about is everyone starts from nowhere. You have to start from fresh. And so many times we believe that, oh, I gotta wait to get this perfect, this perfect, this perfect. And perfection does not exist. Improvement exists. And the only way you can improve is by doing something over and over and over again. And then you start making corrections to yourself. And so it works in every part of life. We see it, whereas it's people who are getting high degrees, people who are in sports, especially with athletes, we see it all the time. You never saw Kobe Bryant or Michael Jordan talking about they didn't want to go practice. Every time they were practicing to make sure that whenever they need to take that game-winning shot, they was going to show up. And so this is the same way you have to approach it as you're building your brand online. You're going to stumble, you're going to fall, you're going to make mistakes sometimes. I think it was my video yesterday or the day before. I forgot my whole intro, and I've been doing it for almost a year now, the new intro. And if you go back to February of last year, when I started back doing videos, I didn't even know what to talk about. I didn't know how to say my intro anymore because I was so used to being like, hey, this is Jason, one half of a husband and wife team. And not being able to say that, it was like, what the fuck do I say now? And so as you saw, I kept just testing things out, and then it improved to where you hear my intro every day when I say it. Now, one of the other things you may not see is like I improve on the cadence of my speech. So you see now I'm spacing out my words more. I'm starting to slow down more, so I'm not rushing and speaking very fast. All of these are things that you'll start doing as you're doing videos online. Now, one of the things that I recommend people to do is aim for a 3 to 5 minute video starting out. And the reason why I say aim for a 3 to 5 minute video, it's going to feel like you're talking for an hour. And you're going to talk real fast usually because you're like, okay, let me just get this out. And you may complete 3 minutes worth of dialogue in about a minute. And then you just sitting there and it's like, oh shit, what do I do? But you have to keep going through it, keep practicing, keep doing it, keep putting out videos, keep talking, keep doing it. And then you're gonna start seeing that 3 to 5 minute video, now you're stretching it out to 10 minutes, and now you're like, oh man, I need to cut myself off. I'll talk about this other topic tomorrow or something. And so all of those are little improvements. And one of the other improvements you don't see, and you can't see it because you're not here with me. So right now my camera is right here to the right. I naturally look to the left with filming because I've always, for the past 5 years, filmed with the camera to the left. And I just really wanted to test it out because I was like, why do I need to always have it to the left? Let me just break this habit and make it a little bit more difficult and challenge myself. And because I'm embracing the challenge, because you may not notice, but it's taking all of my energy not to look over here instead of looking here. And so it's just a challenge. Make it fun also. Make improving yourself on video a lot funner. Don't make this work, guys. Like, please listen to me on this. The moment you start making this work and you make this a second job and you're not bringing in enough revenue to justify it being a job, you're going to hit that wall. It's going to be a barrier, and it's going to make you, oh man, should I keep doing this? Then all of that self-doubt start coming in. Oh man, maybe I made a bad mistake. Then you start looking back at old videos or old content, and then you're like, oh man, I don't have no views. Oh, nothing's going viral. No one's commenting. And you don't know, you might just be that one video away. Like, really think about this. Like, you can be one video away from hitting that barrier to where it's like, okay, now you're at that tipping point of success. Like for me with YouTube, I have over 1.2 thousand videos on here. I know at any minute, once my channel takes off, it's just gonna keep going. There's no way for it to go back to where it was before. And you have to look at it from that. Like, look at it from the J curve. If you're not familiar with the J curve, some people teach it in finances, which is really great for finances, and some people teach it in professional development. And just imagine a capital J, the letter J. We all start out on that small end of the J over here, and we got to start climbing up to get to the success. And that's how it works in every part of life. Even when I was first started getting my health, reclaiming my health, I didn't know what to do as far as eating. So it was difficult, like transitioning to plant-based and then adding in vegan items. And when people see me now, they're like, yo, you make it look so easy. I'm like, because I put in the time and the work, I started tweaking little things. Like from those tweaks, from what was this? Those tweaks like 6-7 years ago, man. Like now you see them where it's just effortlessly. When people are like, oh, how can you just find something to eat wherever you go? I'm like, it took me not being able to eat 7 years ago to where I would just go all day not eating because I didn't know what to eat. And from that, I started progressing, seeing like, yo, I can buy fruit from here. Okay, I can get some chips from here. French fries for the Americans. Like all of those little things. And then that's how now where I'm at to where I can just eat effortlessly wherever I go. And that's how it's going to be with your brand. As you keep going, as you start making these little tweaks and adjustments, and you start creating a new habit. Because you got to remember, if you've never done this before, it means there's no habit there. There's no pattern there. There's no muscle memory there. So you don't know how to speak for 3 to 5 minutes. You don't know how to carry out a video long enough. And you have to train yourself to do those things. And so have grace and also have love and compassion for yourself as you make these mistakes. And make it fun. Make it fun. I'll be making mistakes sometimes. I may say a word wrong. I may mispronounce it. Or I think a couple of videos, I even forgot the whole word. Like biltong, which is beef jerky in the US, but they call it biltong here. I was doing a video and I literally forgot the whole damn word. And I just started laughing because it's like, make it fun. Don't make this difficult. Don't make this a job. Make it a hobby that can eventually start paying you. And that's why I say if you really want to start building an online business, brand yourself. Because if you brand yourself, you can just laugh and make fun of yourself. You quit caring about what people think about you. Because you're like, yo, I'm out here doing the work while you just sitting here behind a keyboard talking shit. And so make sure if you start. If you haven't started, start. And then just give yourself the grace and let yourself make those mistakes so you can get better. This J curve works for every part of your life. So if you're definitely starting out with social media, branding yourself, or if you're branding your company, start out with the J curve. Write it out. And when I mean write it out, just draw the J curve and just say, look, this is where I'm at today. And then give yourself a goal and put that goal at the top. And if you do something each and every day, dealing with where you are now to get to that goal, you will start seeing monumental progress. This is what most people call the quantum leap. And so hope you got some value from that. Hit the like button if you like this content. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and share this video if you know someone that's out there that's wanting to start learning how to make money or learning how to start branding themselves or their business online in the year 2023. And I'll talk to you tomorrow.